بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. You are welcome to video 3. In this video, inshallah, we are going to continue hands-on lab for meetings 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you remember, in the first video, we created a machine class with the following specifications. This class, if you remember, consists of two instance variables, brand name, power, and two constructors and getters and setter methods. The brand setter method for brand name and setter method for power, switch on, switch off, and display method. And this is actually machine. This is the class machine. The private string brand name and power, these are the two instance variables, and this is the zero argument constructor, and this is actually multi-argument constructor, which is assign actual initial value to the new created object. And here this is a getter method for the brand name, which is retain the brand name value, and this is getter method for the power value, whether it is false or true. And this is actually also setter method for the brand name, and here this is actually the switch on and the switch off. Switch on will assign true for the power, switch off will assign false to the power. This is display, and here as you see, if the value of the power is true, this will retain the switch on, otherwise the switch off. This is actually what we did in video number 1. In video 2, this is part 2, if you remember, we actually create a new class. We call this class as test machines. In this class, actually, we create the main method, and we said the main method is very important in Java program. Why? Because the Java program starts its execution from the main method. And in this method, actually, we created two machine objects. The first one, actually, by using the multi-argument constructor and assigned del as a brand name, and the status of this machine is off. Then we also create another machine object by using zero argument constructor, and then we invoke the setter, the brand name setter method to assign sharp, and we invoke also the switch on method in order to assign it true for the power. Then actually we print the status of the two created object machine, if you remember, by invoking the display method. Then actually we create a regular array or normal array that hold machine objects, and the size or a length of this array is 3, and we fill this array with machine objects. Then actually iterate over this array by using the for loop in order to count how many machines of a brand name del. Then also we created an array list which hold machine objects, and we fill an array list with machine objects. Then we actually iterate over an array in order to actually count how many machine objects that their status is on. And this is actually the test machine. Just to remind you, this is the test machine. This is the main method. This in creating actually the first machine object by using the multi-argument constructor. Here we create by using zero argument constructor. Then here we invoke the brand name to assign sharp as a brand name to the second object. This is actually change or assign true to the status or to the power of the second machine object. Here actually, as you see, you print the state of each object, M1 display, M2 display. Here an array created array of size 3, and then we actually assign M1 to array to the first element in array, which is indexed by 0, and we insert actually also or assign machine object number 2 to element number 2, and then iterate. And as you see, we initialize the counter by 0 and iterate over the array in order to count how many object of type del. And as you see, if machines of I get the brand name equals del, we increment the counter by 1. And here actually we create an array list and fill the array list by using the add method. Okay, and in the add method actually we create a new machine, or we add the previous created machine objects, and here as you see we initialize or we assign 0 for the counter. Then actually we iterate over an array list in order to count how many machine objects that their status is on. And as you see, machine list.get I.get power is it equals true, then here we increment the counter by 1. Let us see today what we are going today in this video number 3. Actually, as you see, it is very simple. Here we need actually to create machine. We need to create date class, write a Java class called date. So here as you see, so the first now we need actually to create a new Java class date. So this is our class date. Okay, so let me copy this one, right? Okay, as a comment statement here. This will help you actually to understand the code. Let us see the first requirement in this class. So data class consists 3 instance variables or 3 data fields. Those are day, month, and year. Those will be of type actually integer data type. Integer data type. So here, let us see now we need to create actually 3 instances here. Okay. So private integer day. Private integer month. Private integer year. So these are 3 instance variables or data fields of type integer, day, month, and year. So this is the first requirement. Let us see second requirement. Here we need to create 2 constructors, multi-argument constructor and 0-argument constructor. So again here, okay. Now constructor, if you remember, constructor must has the same class name. So public, let us start with actually 0-argument constructor, public date. Remember, there is no void or return type in the constructor. So this is 0-argument constructor. Okay, so this is 0-argument constructor followed by multi by public. Okay, date, then integer day, integer month, integer year. So day equal D, month equal M, year equal Y. هنا so this is a day instance variable equal this D, and the month equal M, and the year equal Y. So this is actually a multi-argument constructor. This is multi-argument arguments constructor. Okay. So this should be like this one. Okay. And here this is actually zero argument constructor. Actually zero argument constructor. Okay. Now let's see the next requirement, getters and setter for the three instance variables. Okay. Create setters, and so a day public integer get day, return day. This is getter, and public void public void set day. Okay. So day equal D. Okay. This is for a day. Public integer get month, I return month, and here public void set month integer M, here month instance variable equal M. This is the getter with setter for month. Now public get year. Okay, now we need actually setter by public void set year integer I. So هنا year as instance variable equal Y. So this is setter. This is part C, getter and actually setter for all requirements. Okay. And this is the getter for day, setter for day, getter for month, setter for month, getter for year, setter for year. Let us see actually the last requirement. Now we need toString methods. toString actually, in order, this method will represent the values of a day, or month, and the year. Values of a day, or month, and the year. So here we need to override toString. Override. Let me here actually copy. Okay. Here public string, public string, toString, remember this method for what? To actually to return, actually هنا return what هنا? String message equal empty, here message plus equal what? Equal day, or we can write actually we need to write a date, a day, plus get day, plus now we need actually slash t, month, okay, plus get month, plus actually also we need slash t here, here, here plus get year. Now return message. So this string will return the title day with the day, title month with the month, or title year with the year. Okay. So actually this is the toString methods. So part D, or this requirement number D, is the last requirement in this part. As you see now, what we did, we create a class, we assign date as a name for this class. This class, as you see, consists of 3 instance variables, day, month, year, of type integer. And here we created 2 constructors, 0 argument constructor and multi-argument constructor, and we assign actually values, initial values to the day, month, or year. And here, as you see, getter method and setter method for the day, also getter method and setter method for actually a month, okay, and here actually getter method and setter method for a year, then actually we override toString method, this is toString, this message or this method will return a string. This string consists of title day with the actual day, title month with the actual month, title year with the actual year, with some spaces between a day or month, and between a month and a year. So actually this is part 4 video. Usually, in order to see actually this part very clear, usually I copy this one to a notepad, okay, which is make it clear for you. Here I want actually to copy this one, make it clear. I copy here. So this is actually this is the method, and as you see, public class date, instance variables. This is 0 argument constructor or multi-argument constructor. This is actually getter method and setter method for a day, as you see. Or here, a getter method with setter method for a month. Or here, a getter method with setter method for a year. Or here, this is actually toString. this is toString method. Okay, again هنا I will keep it for 5-6 seconds to see. And this is actually second part. So this is actually video 4. Inshallah, I will see you in video number 5 to continue actually the hands-on practice that related to meetings number actually 3, 4, 5, 6. So see you inshallah video number 4. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.